Hello everybody, I am Vivek Bhatt, and in this screencast I will be demonstrating you all how to use Ansible to help us configure softwares. So when we say configuring softwares, we are typically talking about writing some kind of state descriptions for our servers and then using a tool to enforce that the servers are indeed in that state. The right packages are installed, configuration files containing the expected values and have the expected permissions, the right services are running, and so on. So, among the many other configuration management tools available, such as Puppet, Chef, Salt, etc., Ansible has some distinct advantages. It's minimal in nature, you don't need to install anything on your nodes, and it has an easy learning curve. I'll show you how we can configure a new machine using Ansible. So, let's create a new virtual machine. To create a new virtual machine, I'll be using Vagrant. And the steps how to install Vagrant and spin up a machine using Vagrant can be seen in the repository where I have mentioned all the steps in my README file. Over here, we can see first we need to install Vagrant. Then you'll need a virtual machine provider such as VirtualBox, which I'll be using. And then I'll be using the image ubuntu/trusty64 for spinning up my virtual machine. Alright, so another thing about Vagrant is that Vagrant allows a single virtual machine in just a single folder. So we'll first have to create a folder and then we'll be initializing Vagrant init and Vagrant up in those folders. So let's spin up a new virtual machine. First, we'll be creating a new folder. Let's name it node. So in this folder, right now it's empty. We can go to our Visual Studio terminal and open the project folder. So let's create a new window. In the new window, let's open the second virtual machine that is on my desktop. Node. Let's open it. As you can see, as of now it's empty. Let's open the terminal. Everything is over here. Let's follow these steps and initialize a Vagrant box. So as we can see, our Vagrant file has been placed in this directory. Now we can use the second command, that is Vagrant up. This may take some time depending upon your processor and internet speed. So it's importing the base box that is of Trusty64, which is in basic Ubuntu version with some minimal features of Ubuntu. Alright, let's see what files are now over here. You can see there's a Vagrant file, as you can see over here, and there's this .vagrant folder. So let's do the next step, that is Vagrant FFH to log in to the Vagrant box. So now here you can see we are inside the virtual box and it's the terminal of that box. So let's do some networking for this file, for this virtual box. This is the Vagrant file which can be modified as we want. It's written in Ruby. So we can remove these comments for now. This is the box, Ubuntu Trusty64 that we are using. So for private networks, we'll be using this command, and no, so we don't need anything else right now. We can also, if you don't want this vagrant Ubuntu trust 64 name, we can also use config.vm.hostname and set it to say node VM and save it. Now since we are using this private network thing, we will have to do vagrant reload. This would reload with new settings. Right, so let's vagrant ffh again. Okay, so node VM is the new name for our host. Let's clear it. Okay, so now if we do if config, we can see a new IP address of this one. We can change this accordingly as we want. Let's say it's 55 right now. Then we'll do exit. We can reload. Let's do vagrant ffh. Now we are inside this one. Let's do if config. This is a new IP address. So let's go to our vagrant box. Now I've already created this vagrant box to control the node VM machine. In this, let's do vagrant up, vagrant fetch to log into the machine. All right, so this is it. This is the vagrant file that I'm using. I can remove these things if I want. So to create, now to use this Ansible Playbook, we have to use this Ansible Playbook, we need to connect our vagrant VM with this node VM. So to do this, we need Ansible in our host machine, which is over here. To install Ansible, we need to do sudo apt-get update just to update all the applications. Then this command, and that will install pip, and then I can use sudo pip install Ansible to install Ansible. So right now I have Ansible in my host machine. So just to check connection, if just to test that my host VM is connected to the node VM, I can run Ansible all -m ping. That will try to connect my host machine to the vagrant machine. But before that, we need to set up our host file accordingly. So our host file is located in /etc folder /Ansible. Here we can see there's a hosts file. Let's do vim hosts. So this is already over here because I have already tried to connect another VM prior to this project. So we can edit the new IP address that we received from here, that is 192.168.33.55. So let's do this. We can name this by, let's say, node 0. FFH host has been set. FFH user is vagrant. Now we need a private key to authenticate the connection between our host machine and the Vagrant node machine. So to check how it's being authenticated, we can exit it and go to Vagrant and do fsh config. So here we can see that the identity file is located in private key and its location is .vagrant/machines default. So over here, machines default virtualbox, and this one. This is the private key for logging in without any authentication securely into the node machine. So one safe way to do this is using, we can do pb copy /users wake using the directory of private key. This will copy the private key of that file. Then let's go over here, create a new file. Let's name it node key. Paste it over here and save it, and redirect it to node key, and then save the file, save the host's file. So now we have the private key in our node key, and now we can test our connection using Ansible all-m ping. Let's do Ansible m. So since this is the first time I'm connecting to this node, it doesn't know about the ECDSA key fingerprints. So let's type yes. So the connection is successful, as you can see over here. So now we have connected this Vagrant machine to this node VM. Now, since both the machines are connected, we can try and run our Ansible Playbook, which is over here. So this Ansible Playbook is written in YAML, which is yet another markup language. And these 3 dash over here, they present that is a YAML file, apart from the extension, obviously, that is .yml. So this is the name, hosts, which is node 0 right now, which we defined in our hosts file, which we can check over here. See it over here, node 0. Then become is used for sudo kind of apps. I mean, when we need to act as a super user, then we use become equal to yes, become colon yes. Earlier it was sudo true, but that has been now deprecated. So these are the tasks that we want to do. So the first task which we are interested in right now is installing node.js. So let's see if this machine already has anything. All right, let's check if it has node. Program node can be found in the following packages, so it's not installed. Is npm installed? No. Git? No. So barely has anything. So in our script, we are using module apt. That is similar to what we usually do, like sudo apt get, something like this. So using the same module as apt, we have specified this using iterator. We'll first install npm node.js in node.js legacy. So I know these files because, as you can see over here, it says the program node can be found using these packages. So I've added both of these, npm as well, but is node package manager. This command over here will install git. So sometimes you might get some errors. So this is This file over here, this line over here that is using shell module can be used to export the path, and it sets it to user bin. So next part of our playbook considers installing forever, which is a npm package manager. So we'll be using npm using name equal to forever, the name of the package, which can be done using, sorry about that, this is global is equal to yes and state is equal to present. These commands over here will install forever. Let's see if it already has forever command not found. So it barely has anything, as we have seen. The next part is cloning this repository over here, which is github.com/cscdevops/app.git, this one. So this repository will be cloned, and then we'll install the packages that are in it. All right, so sorry about that. This is installing npm packages in it. This git module over here needs a destination that will be setting it to srv/devops. Clone yes, update is equal to yes. After that, we'll be installing the packages that are needed in this package. Now to run forever start, we'll be using command module, which runs this command forever start main.js. Since main.js is located at this location, we have specified the path to it. Now to check all the list of node.js apps which are running, we use forever list command, which should not work right now, exactly because forever is not installed in it. So we'll be seeing what the output of that is, and I'm using debug module for that, which prints out whatever the output we get after running this command forever list. The last task of this playbook is cleanup, which is cleaning up of /tmp folder. To do that, we'll use the file path/temp and use the state is equal to absent command. Another thing was for security. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot to add the code for that. We can copy this and paste it over here. Indentations are really necessary for YAML files. So now, as you can see, we have created an updating bash, openssl, openssh-client, and openssh-server, and we'll be updating that using update cache equal to yes. This command checks that the cache has not been updated in the last 3600 seconds, that is equal to 1 hour. State is equal to latest ensures that the version is latest that we are interested in right now. So running this should work and install all what we want and run the application as well in this machine, which doesn't have anything. Let's clear it and check. Ansible all ping is working. So let's go to the file, then go to the shared folder. So over here you can see it's Another thing about Vagrant is that it allows a shared folder which we can access through /vagrant. These files are accessible from our own desktop also. So let's do clear using Ansible Playbook and then running YML. The tasks have started. This is the first task, which was install npm in node.js. It will be installing npm node.js, node.js legacy. So it might take some time. These three packages will be installed sequentially. First npm will be installed, and if some error is over here, we can see that, oh, so it has been successfully installed. As you can see, item npm node.js legacy. Now the playbook is trying to install Git. This installing Git is the same thing as we depict over here. It's done. Next, exporting of the path is also done. Now we're installing Forever. That is an npm package. Take some time. Seems like there was some error. So let's see the error was. Let's run. Let's try to run this again. So it says that there is this error. Oh, so indentations were wrong. Let's correct it. Now let's try to run the again. Installed. Forever it's installed. Okay, so this is installing. Checking has been done. So this is the output of Forever start main.js, which gives the forever list, which is over here, uptime 000.566, PID 11074, forever this. Everything's been checked. So finally 4 files have been changed, including previous task also. So in total everything is running successfully. Now let's check the node virtual machine. So earlier we didn't have all these files, right? None of these were over here as we saw it. So let's now check for node. Node is working perfectly. Let's go out of it. npm is also working. So we can see that we have installed all these things, all these packages using Ansible script. And the best thing about it is that we didn't have to install Ansible on all these nodes, which is just node VM right now. Git is also present. Every file is also present. Now to check whether the repository was cloned or not, let's go to this directory. Let's go to cd. Yes, it's over here. As you can see, there is a DevOps folder which has Docker file and all these files that we just saw. All these 4 files are present. So this is how we do configuration management using Ansible. And in the next video we'll spin up an Amazon EC2 virtual machine using Ansible's playbook. So thank you for watching the screencast. See you. Bye.